This is Rap the News, and this is 10 hardcore reasons of why Jesus is not God, neither the Son of God. Number one, if Jesus was God, he would know when the day of judgment was, because only God knows. Matthew 24:36. But of that day and hour knoweth no man, not the angels of heaven, but God only knows. God only knows. If he was God, he would know. Psalms 9:16. The Lord is known by the judgment which he executed. So God is the judge. So number two, if Jesus was God, he would be judging the world. John 8:15. You judge after the flesh. I judge no man. But God judges the world, and he's known by his judgments, his righteous judgments. But Jesus what? Judge no man. He not God. Number three, if Jesus was God, he would never came in the form of a man. Numbers 23:19. God is not a man, so he would never come as a man. God is not a man. It couldn't be no God in the flesh, that he should lie. Neither the Son of Man. And Jesus is the son of Mary. He is not God. Acts 2:22. You men of Israel, hear these words. Jesus of Nazareth, a man approved of God. God is the creator of the heavens and the earth, not a man of Nazareth. Among you by miracles and wonders and signs. Everything God do is a miracle, which God did by him. Who did it? God did it in the midst of you, as you yourselves also know. Then all of you are deceived. You don't have a son, and he's not the God. He is not a God. That was three. Number four, if Jesus was God, nobody could see him. John 1:18. No man have seen God at any time. But we know the Bible contradicts itself, huh? No man has seen God at any time. How do we know it's true and it's not vice versa? That he was God in the flesh and everybody saw him, even Philip. Ask anyone or everyone in the entire world to describe God. No one sane could. Again, nobody sane can describe God. Get 50 people in a room and say describe God. Nobody sane could. Right? Everybody's description will be different, huh? No one seen God and lived. 5. If Jesus was God, he would not have stated God is the greatest. What God of the creator of the universe would say there's another God greater than me? A false one. Exodus 18:11. The Lord is greater than all gods. John 14:28. For the Father, and that's God, is greater than me. He is not a God, neither the Son of God. 6. If Jesus was God, he would be the creator, not the creation. God can't be born. Isaiah 43:15. I am the Lord, your Holy One, the creator of Israel, your King, the creator of man, the creator of the world. Everybody knows Christ didn't create man. Everyone knows that. Colossians 1:15. Jesus, who is the image of the invisible God. You know, the one that Philip saw. The firstborn of every creature. God cannot be born. God is not creation. God is creator. Number 7. If Jesus was God, he would claim to be good. That shouldn't be there. If Jesus was God, he would claim to be good. 1 Chronicles 16:34. O give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good. Luke 18:19. And Jesus said unto him, Why callest thou me good? None is good, save one, that is God. If he was God, he would say, I'm that one. Why ain't he saying I'm the one? Why ain't he saying I'm Alpha and Omega right there? Because somebody infiltrated the Bible and lied and said he was God, when we know Jesus of Nazareth is just a man, as you yourselves also know. God did those miracles. If Jesus was God, he would take vengeance on his enemies. He would destroy the lands in the world. He told who? Peter to put up the sword, right? Not God. Nahum 1, number 2. The Lord revengeth and is furious. The Lord will take vengeance upon his adversaries, and he reserves wrath for his enemies. Not love your enemies. That's not God. What did God do? Wrath for his enemies. He ain't God. Neither is he the Son of God. And like I said, I'll prove everything that I say. 9. If Jesus was God, he would be eternal. If God had a son, that son would be eternal. Deuteronomy 33:27. The eternal God is thy refuge. That's where your refuge is. The eternal God. What does eternal mean? Existing forever, without end or beginning. Without end or beginning. Jesus is the firstborn. He ain't eternal. Romans 5:6. For at just the right time, while we were still powerless, Christ died for the ungodly. Christ did what? They said he died. God is eternal. He can't die. He is not God. Neither is he the Son of God. If Jesus was God, he wouldn't have a God. What God did you know that has a God? Or pray to a God? God don't have to pray. You see how idiotic y'all been all y'all life? Mark 12:29. And Jesus answered him, the first of all commandments is, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. If he was part of God, he wouldn't say our God. He would just say, I am God. What's all the secrecy for? Because it's a lie. Matthew 26:39. And he went a little further and fell on his face. Who, God? And prayed, saying, O my Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as thou wilt. God created all of his servants to serve him, to do his will. If you're relinquishing your will, you ain't God. If you're surrendering to God's will, you're not God. God don't surrender his will to a God. He's not God. Neither is he the Son of God. Jesus is not God. Neither is he the Son of God. Not one of you can produce a verse where God himself states he had a son in the Old Testament. And we know God don't change. Malachi 3:6. Neither does he have one in the New Testament. It was added by pagans who infiltrated the Bible, and 10 times is proof that Jesus is not God, neither is he the Son of God. 11. Jesus is not God because God would never say, worship another God. Bonus. Luke 4:8. Jesus replied, it is written, worship the Lord your God. If he was God, he would say, worship me, wouldn't he? And serve him only. If he was my Father, he wouldn't say my God and your God. 12. Jesus is not God because the true God don't have a God. Mark 12:29. The most important, and that's commandment, answered Jesus, is this. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. He ain't three in the Trinity. Jesus said he was one. He didn't say the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost in the Godhead. He said one. He said serve only that one. Y'all deceived, and y'all know it. Leave your dumb comments in the comments, but you know, I'm whooping y'all asses left and right, and you can't make a video because, just like I said, I'll destroy you. with these words. This is Raptor News.